Hello everyone, so today I'm going to be showing you how to make this gorgeous rainbow granny square. It's quite a technical pattern because you need to change colour quite often, but I think you'll get the hang of it. What you're going to need is 6 different colours, crochet hook and some scissors. I'm using a 2.5mm hook for this, but you can do whatever you want depending on the yarn you've got. So what you'll need is some white yarn, some blue, yellow, pink, purple and green. Now you can do whatever colours of the rainbow you would like in whatever order, it's literally up to you, but these are the colours that I will be using. So to start, you're going to need your blue colour and do a magic ring. There we go. Yeah. And chain 3. Now this chain 3 is going to work as your first double crochet of this round. Now you're going to want to do another 11 double crochets in this magic ring. No chains between, just 11 double crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11. So now you've done that, you should be left with 12 double crochets, and that will be including the first chain 3 that we did. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. So you want to tighten this and slip stitch into the top of that chain 3 space. And there we go, so that's the first round done of the magic ring. And now what you want to do is chain 3. So 1, 2 and 3. So that will once again count as the first double crochet of the round. And now you want to double crochet into this same stitch. So the slip stitch that we did, you want to double crochet into there. And there we go. So that's 2 double crochets into the same stitch. Now you want to repeat this into the next 2 stitches. So 2 double crochets into the next stitch, 1 and 2, and 2 double crochets into the next stitch, 1 and 2. Now before finishing off this last stitch, I'm going to change the colour to white. Now you can change the colour however you want, so I like changing colour this way where you add the colour in the unfinished stitch. So I'm just going to add this in. So yeah, change the colour to white, there we go. I would keep the blue attached so you don't have to keep reattaching and deattaching the colours. So now that we've got our white attached, we want to complete a bubble stitch. So to do this, yarn over, insert a loop, pull through, yarn over, pull through. So we've got 1 loop on the hook. Now don't complete this double crochet. What you want to do next is yarn over, insert the hook, pull up a loop and pull through the first 2 loops on your hook. And leave it as that, don't pull through yet. So you want to complete this 5 times. So you should have 5 uncompleted double crochets on your hook. So this is the 3rd one. Pull through the first 2 loops on your hook and complete this twice more. So pull through only the first 2 loops on your hook. So as you can see, we've got 5 loops on the hook at the moment. And then yarn over, pull through and pull through the first 2 loops on the hook. So as you can see, we've got 6 loops on the hook. So in the bubble stitch, that's what you should have, 6 loops on your hook. So now that we've got 6 loops on the hook, we can close this bubble stitch off. So pull through and pull a loop through all 6 loops on the hook. Now, what we want to do is we want to chain 1 from here, but I'm going to change colour here because we will be continuing with our first colour of the rainbow. Now, my first colour of the rainbow is going to be purple, but you can do whatever colour you would like. So to do this, instead of chaining 1 with the white colour, what I'm going to do is chain 1 with the purple and just pull through with that one. Now that we've got this, we can continue with our rainbow. So to do that, we want to double crochet into the next loop with your next colour. So there's 1, and we're going to do 2 double crochets into this thing. So another 1, 1, 2. So that's the first 2 double crochets of this round. Now we want to do this 7 times, so 6 more in this row. So 1, 2. So 2 double crochets into the next stitch, 1, 2, and in the next one, 1, 2, and the next one, 1, 2. So you want to do this until you have 7 clusters of 2 double crochets in this purple colour. So right now we've got 4, so 3 more. 1, 2, 1, 2, and our last one. 1, 2. So you know you're doing this right because we'll be left with 1 stitch in this round. And like this previous one, we will be changing it back to white. Now this pattern is quite hard because we have to keep changing colour, keep changing back, etc, etc. But once you get the hang of it, it'll be fine. So now we are done with the purple colour and we can fasten that off. So now that we've done this, you want to do this same bobble stitch again. So yarn over, put through that last stitch of the previous round, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops and stop there. Now do this another 4 times so you have 6 loops on the hook. Remember to only pull through the first 2 loops on the hook. There we go. And again. And one more, as we've got 5 loops, we need to do 1 more. There's 2. There we go. So as you can see, we've got 6 loops on the hook again, and you just want to yarn over and pull through all 6 of them loops. So just like this round, we want to change back to the blue colour. So what you would do for this is, instead of finishing off this bubble stitch with the white colour, let's finish it off with the blue. So grab that blue that is still attached and pull through the last stitch. Now you can pull that tight. Now that we've got that, we just want to slip stitch into the top of the chain 3 space that we started with. And there we go. So this is our first round of the rainbow. As you can see, a little purple ring and 2 little clouds. Now we're going to be moving on to our next colour, which for me is going to be a green. So to make sure you've got this right, you will have 10 clusters of the 2 double crochets and 2 bubble stitches. So 1, 2, 3 in blue, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in purple, and then 2 white bubble stitches. So now that we're moving on to the next row, what you want to do is chain 3 again. 1, 2, and 3. So that counts as the first double crochet of the round. So different from the last round, we did 2 double crochets in each stitch. For this one, we're going to do 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets in the next, 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets in the next, 1 double crochet, etc, etc. So what you want to do is 2 double crochets into the next stitch. We are leaving just 1 stitch for the first double crochet. So just start off with 1 double crochet, which will be your chain 3. So 2 double crochets into the next stitch. So 1 and 2. And now as we've done the 2 double crochets, in the next stitch we'll just do 1 double crochet. And now following the pattern, 2 double crochets into the next. So there's 1 and 2. Now 1 double crochet into the next stitch, and then finish this little blue part with 2 double crochets. Now, just like the previous round, we will be changing colour on this stitch. So 1, 2, and then before completing the double crochet, I'm going to change my colour back to white. So finish off that stitch with a white, and there we go. So we've completed the blue part of this portion, and now, as we've changed to white, we are going to do another bubble stitch into the previous bubble stitch. So yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and there we go. So we're going to continue doing this until we have 6 loops on the hook. So 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we should have 6 loops on the hook, and as you can see, we do. So yarn over, pull through all 6 loops, and just like the previous round, we are going to change the colour, but this time we're going to change to green. So here we go, and pull through the green colour. Okay, and now we're going to continue what we were doing over here. Make sure to pull the white tight, by the way. And now you want to do the exact same thing as before. So 2 double crochets, 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets, 1 double crochet, 2 double, and you want to do that 8 times until you reach the last purple stitch. So the first one will go into the first purple stitch that you can see on this row. So 2 double crochets into this stitch. So there's 1 and 2 and then in the next stitch you will be doing just one singular double crochet, and then 2 more in the next stitch, 1, 2, and now you can see the pattern. So 1 in the next stitch, and then 2 more, 1 and 2, and now 1 and then 2. So I'm going to continue doing this until I reach the last purple stitch. So coming up to the last stitch, you will finish on just 1 singular double crochet in this last purple stitch. So just like the previous round, we'll be changing back to white. So instead of completing the double crochet, we will completing it in white. And now you can cut off the green colour because we will no longer be needing it. So now we've got the white colour back, you will be doing another bubble stitch into the previous bubble stitch that we did. Now once again, just like the previous round, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over 2, and do this 5 times till we get 6 loops on that hook. There's 3, there's 3, there's 2 half double crochets, there's 4 loops on the hook, we need to do 2 more, and then 1 more. So now we've got 6 loops on the hook, we are going to just finish this off. And now once again, just like the previous round, we will be changing colour back to blue. Instead of doing a chain 1 with the white, we were doing a chain 1 with the blue. And now you want to slip stitch into the top of that chain 3 space. So we have got a nice green layer to the rainbow, and now we'll be completing the rest. So what you want to do is chain 3, so 1, 2, 3, which will once again count as the first double crochet of the round. You can probably see a pattern here. You will just be adding 1 more single double crochet to each row. So last round it was 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets. This round it will be 2 double crochets and then 2 double crochets into the same row. So this first chain 3 counts as the first double crochet of the round, and in the next stitch we will just be placing 1 more double crochet. And then in the next stitch we will be placing 2 double crochets into the same stitch. So 1 and 2. So as you can see, we've got 1, 2, and then 2 double crochets into that same stitch. In the next 2 stitches, place a double crochet. So 1 and then 2, and now 2 double crochets into that next stitch. So 1 and 2. And once again, 2 double crochets in the next 2 stitches, and then 2 double crochets in that next stitch. And this is the last stitch of this blue round, so we'll be changing back to white. And 2, and now once again, before completing it, I will change the colour to white. Now you can change the colour however you want. I just think this is a much easier way, so we don't have to keep cutting and reattaching the yarn. So as you can probably tell, we're back at the bubble stitch, so we'll be doing another bubble stitch here. So once again, yarn over, place into that bubble stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. Now do this 5 times. So there's a second, third, so 4th loops on the hook, 4th, and 1 more, which will be the 5th. So as you can see, once again, 6 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through all 6 loops. And now for this row, we will be changing to yellow, or whatever colour you've chosen. Just like the previous rounds, we will be changing colour to yellow from this bubble stitch. So attach that colour and chain 1. There we go. Tighten that white colour, and here we go. So for this round, we will start off with 1 double crochet. So into this next green stitch. So there's 1. And now we'll be doing 2 double crochets into the next one. So 1, 2. And now we'll be going straight back to the pattern of 2 double crochets, 2 double crochets in 1, 2 double crochets, 2 double crochets in 1. So next, start with 2 double crochets into the next 2 stitches. So 1, 2, and then 2 double crochets into the next stitch. So 1 and 2, and then then a double crochet in the next 2 stitches. So 1, 2, and 2 double crochets in the next stitch. So 1, 2, and then once again double crochet in the next 2 stitches. 1, 2, and 2 double crochets into the next. 1, 2. So I'm going to complete this up to the last 2 stitches of this round, and then I'll meet you back. So we've got 4 stitches left of this round, and what you want to do is 2 double crochets in the first 2. So 1, 2, 2 double crochets into the next stitch. So 1, 2, and then just 1 singular crochet into that last green stitch. There's 1. And now on this last stitch, we'll be changing colour back to white for our cloud. And there we go. Pull that tight. So for our last little bit of this row, we were doing that bubble stitch again. Pull that tight, and we can now cut off this yellow because we will no longer need it. So now bubble stitch into the previous bubble stitch. So 5 half completed double crochets. So pull through the first 2 loops, and again, and again, and again, and once more. Oh no, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, once more, sorry. So 6 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through all 6, and then obviously, just like the previous round, we will be changing the colour back to blue. You can do this whichever way you want, and change the colour to blue. Pull that white, and now, just like the previous rounds, slip stitch into the top of that chain 3 space. Slip stitch to there, and there we go. So that's the yellow round completed. And now all we need to do is the pink round, and then we can cut off all the yarns that we don't need. So following the same pattern as last round, we went from 1 double crochet and 2 to 2 double crochets and 2, and now we'll be doing 3 double crochets and 2. So to start this round, once again, you'll be chaining 3, 1, 2, 3. So as that classes as the first double crochet of the round, do 1 more double crochet in the next 2 stitches. So that will class as our 3 starting double crochets. So 1, 2, and now just like the previous rounds, do 2 double crochets into the next stitch. 1, 2, and now 3 double crochets into the next 3 stitches. So 1, 2, and 3, and now 2 double crochets into the same stitch. 1, 2, and now ending this little bit of blue off with 3 double crochets and then 2 double crochets into the same stitch. So 1, 2, and 3, and now 2 double crochets, and once again changing that colour on that last double crochet. So on this last double crochet here, I will be changing back to white. So we go. Pull that blue tight. Okay. So now once again another bubble stitch. This will be our last one of this pattern. So 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, and 1 more, 5, and pull through all 6 loops on that hook. Just like the previous rows, we'll be changing colour here. So for my last colour, I will be using a dark pink. Pull up a loop and pull through. There we go. So that's our pink attached. Pull that white yarn. So just like the previous round, how we started with 1 double crochet, for this one we're going to be starting with 2 double crochets. So 1, 2, and then 2 double crochets into the next stitch. So 1 and 2, and so now we go back to this pattern where we do 3 double crochets and 2 double crochets in 1. So 1, 2 and 3, and then 2 double crochets into the same stitch, 1 and 2, and now 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, and now 2 double crochets, 1, 2, and then 3 more. So I'm going to continue this pattern until we get to the last 3 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2. Now for the last 5 stitches you want to continue, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2 and 3, and then 2 double crochets, and we will finish with just 1 singular crochet. Now in this 1 crochet you'll be doing a colour change, so instead of completing you will change it back to white. There we go. And just like before, we can cut off this pink yarn now because we are done with it. There we go, and we can complete our bubble stitch, our final bubble stitch of this pattern. So yarn over, pull through, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and do this 5 times. Oh, 5, so 2, 3, 4, 1 more, and 5. So 6 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through all 6 loops, and now finally our last colour change back to blue. So take your blue yarn and just change that colour. Just like the round before, slip stitch into the top of the chain 3 space to close the round. There we go. And now we can cut off our white yarn too because we would be done with that. So the only colour we should have on our hook at the moment is just the blue. So this is the rainbow complete. So now that we've got our rainbow, you can either leave it like this or put it into a square. I'm going to show you how to put it into a square. So for this row, it's not just going to be all double crochets. It's going to be double crochet, half double crochet, single crochet, and a treble. So you're going to need to know how to do them to do this step. So to start off with, just like all the previous rounds, we are going to be chaining 3. So 1, 2, and 3. So that counts as the first double crochet of the round. Now in the next stitch, you'll be putting 1 double crochet, and this is where we move on to different stitches. So in the next 2 stitches, you'll be putting a half double crochet. So 1, oh, let me grab that, 1 and 2. And now in the next 4 stitches, you'll be placing a single crochet. So in the next 4 middle stitches, a single crochet. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now we want to repeat what we did on the opposite side, just opposite, of course. So next 2 stitches is a half double crochet. So 1, 2. The next 2 stitches is a double crochet. So 1 and 2. So this will count as the first side of our square. So now we're going to be working on the corner. So for this corner, we'll be working in triples. So what you want to do is place 2 triples into the next stitch, both in the same stitch, 1 and then 2, and then chain 1 and place 2 more triples into that same stitch. So there's 1 and 2. So after this corner, you should be left with 2 more blue stitches. So in these 2 stitches, place a double crochet. So 1, 2, and now in the next 2 stitches, place a half double crochet. Now remember, the bubble counts as 1 stitch, so you'll be placing 1 half double crochet in the bubble stitch. So a half double crochet, and then another 1 more half double crochet into the first pink stitch. And now once again, just like this side, we'll be doing 4 single crochets. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now repeat again. So 2 half double crochets, 1 and 2, 2 double crochets, 1, 2, and now back to another corner. So we're making another corner over here. So 2 triples into the next stitch. There's 1 and 2, chain 1 and then 2 more triples into that same stitch. So 1 and 2, and then we'll be repeating this process again. So 2 double crochets, remember to put it into that next stitch as it's hard to see. So 2 double crochets, 1 and 2, 2 half double crochets, so 1 and 2, 4 single crochets, 1, 2, 3 and 4, 2 half doubles, 1, 2, 2 doubles to finish off this side of the square, 1 and 2, and now one more corner, well, the third corner we're going to make. So 2 triples, 1, 2, chain 1, and then 2 more triples into that same space. There's 1 and 2. And now the final repeat of this whole process. So at the moment we've got 3 corners, we just need to make one more down here. So 2 doubles in the next 2 stitches, so 1 and 2, 2 half doubles in the next 2, 1, 2, and now 4 single crochets, 1, 2, 3 and 4, 2 half doubles, 1, 2, 2 doubles, 1 and 2. And now we're going to put our last corner into the bubble stitch. So 2 triples, so 1 and 2, chain 1, 2 triples, back into that same bubble stitch, so 1, and our last stitch of this round, 2. There we go. So we have made all 4 of our corners. So all you want to do is slip stitch into the top of that chain 3 space of the first stitch, just in there. And we have completed this row. So you can fasten this off now and I'll meet you back here in a second. So that was our blue round complete, and now all I'm going to do is pop in a white border. You don't have to do this, but I just think it will look nice because at the moment there's not enough room between the edge and the rainbow, I don't think. So for this I'm going to be using a white colour, but you can use, once again, whatever colours you will like. Attach your white colour or whatever colour you're using into one of the chain 1 spaces. So I'm just going to use this top right one here. Tight. You can attach the yarn however you want to, by the way. And so once you've attached the yarn, chain 2. So this will count as our first half double crochet of the round. So for this round, we will be working in half double crochets only. So once you've done the chain 2, pop in one more half double crochet and then chain 1, and now 2 more half double crochets into this chain 1 space. So 1 half double crochet and another half double crochet. So that's our little corner made. Now you should need to place 1 half double crochet in each stitch across. So let's start this one. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and the last one, 16. So you should half double crochet 16 across until you reach the next corner. There we go. So now that we're in the next corner, we are going to do the same as before. So 2 half double crochets, chain 1, 2 half double crochets. So 1 half double crochet. Try again. So 2 half double crochets, 1, 2, chain 1, 2 half double crochets, straight back into the chain 1 space. So 1 and 2. Now that we've got that, we are going to do the same thing again and put 16 half double crochets across the side. So remember to always start with this first triple here, because it could be covered by the corner. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. And now once again we're back in the corner, so do the exact same thing again. 2 half double crochets, chain 1, 2 half double crochets. So this process is the easiest part of the whole granny square. 2 half double crochets, 1, 2, chain 1, and 1, 2. Now back to the 16 half double crochets. Remember to get that chain 3 as well, because that classes as a double crochet. There's 1, 2. Now, as I said, the chain 3 also counts as a double crochet. So pop that one in. 3. There's 4. There's 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. There we go. So that's the next side complete. And now, as we're in the corner, we'll be doing a half double, 2 half double crochets, chain 1, 2 half double crochets. So 1, 2, chain 1, and 1 and a 2. And now, finally, all we need to do now is 16 more stitches down the last side. So 1, 2, 14, 15, and the last stitch, 16. Now all we need to do is slip stitch into that first chain 2 of the round. So there's that chain 2. So slip stitch into there, and now you can fasten off and weave in all your yarn, and I'll meet you back in 5 minutes. So now that we've weaved in all our excess yarn, we are done. So all this needs now is a bit of blocking, and it'll be a perfect square rainbow. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial on the rainbow granny square, and I hope it was easy to follow. I know it's very technical and it's hard to change colour all the time. If there's any more granny squares you'd like me to show you, please leave them in the comments. Give this video a like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.